Bingo. Hi, and welcome to Wednesday's channeling from Odyssey of Ascension. My name is Roxanne Swain. Once again, I'll be channeling for you tonight. I've almost got that right. Thanks for tuning in. And thank you all for coming. And good evening to the collective once again. This is Ocyphius from the Oversoul Collective Fire. Our eternal gratitude for tuning in that vibrational sense to this point of now. No intention. Understand that about 95%, speaking in terms of a diagram of understanding that is, 95% of your intention truly is based off of the paradigm of fear. That's why in the collective of all the channelers and all the higher selves speaking among the collective of the ascended idea, people awakened, that kind of people. The idea of no intention, surrender, no thinking, is the easiest in that fashion course of action. The one that would be fathomable, let's say, less arduous, to allow to occur for your subconscious, higher conscience, total conscience, let's say, has got your back. However, with the paradigm of fear, although you are intentionally creating your universe, there is always a resonance intertwining of fear within that, for you are still asleep, truly. Not totally awake, not ascended. But let's say, split hairs with levels and such. Just listen to the idea and then take it from there. In the idea of intention to create your reality, if it is that reality that you wish to, let's say, experience, is beyond your current understanding of believability of occurrence, then they will only expose to you the amount of limitations you are still perpetuating. Intention is just in a fleeting split moment, if you will. In that fleeting split moment, have what we call this, a momentary lapse of reason. Because reasoning is the idea behind intellect. Intellect and reasoning, comprehension, let's say control, how to, is once again everything that the ego perpetuates as its existence of limitation. Fueled by intention of you will only bring up, push the boundaries of that framework. Nothing wrong with that. However, it brings in an idea of fear of you in battle and conflict with yourself once again. When you get to that power point of now, know that that's enough. You've done enough for your subconscious, higher conscience, total conscience, knowing then, let's say, realizing you're wanting, although it already wants what you are saying, thinking, dreaming of. But there is a paradigm of success, failure. You guys in that fashion are beating yourselves up because in the fear factor, you are believing that you are, let's say, screwing up. Because you are, let's say, exposing fear to yourself on how much you can actually create through your intention. But when it gets too magnanimous, too big, then you say, I've gone too far, I know I can do that, but then you're starting to draw up all the ideas on how it's not going to work. The more you let go in the intentional vibration of a split moment thought is reality in the PowerPoint of now, to be experienced forever, then in time, know that that was a future moment that you have already created and relax. For in that is already a reality, only to be perceived if you choose it. And since you have chosen it, then allow it. The intention was already spoken. Speak it, say it, dream it, and let it go. Now let's say your subconscious, much like your subconscious runs your eyelids blinking, your hair growing, your nails growing, your skin sloughing, your heart beating, your liver, let's say, filtering. Do you have to consciously think of that? Well, no. But your subconscious does that. Why? Because it's light. It doesn't exist without an intention. The intention on how it works is in the memory idea of all the parts of what you call your body, all the way down to the molecular level of the cell. But there has to be an intention behind it to run it, and that is your subconscious. So in that fashion, know that if you've given your highest excitement to your understanding, which you are you, to the universe, which is you, then know that it is in play. You don't need to make sure. You don't need to control it. You don't need to put the steps in place in the future when there are shorter steps and greater steps to perceive. The momentary lapse of reason only leads to the champagne supernova. Poof. The celebration of the moment to be perceived with a surprise package that you have already given yourself and appointments to be kept by allowance, letting go, surrendering, vulnerability, nakedness. The reason why we give you those, because those are polar opposites of the ego construct of control, security, ideas of how to, perpetuating success, failure. Everything that keeps you within the framework that you all are working in, even in the Ascension timeline, even as the awake creators. Figuratively speaking, you are doing, of course, an excellent job and a horrible job. But are you? No. You're rocking. But excellent and horrible is a construct of the paradigm of, let's say, success, failure that you are still perpetuating. Why? Because you don't understand anything else in the fashion of just completely letting go. Even you that are driving in, or pardon me, rather riding in the passenger seat of a vehicle, always are, let's say, using the imaginary brake, telling your friends which way to go. How many of you are just sitting there and not even having the fathomable thought of not even concerned on when or how you're going to get there? All you do is see yourself and your destination that is providing you access to, and take a nap. Read a book. Let it go. Watch a video. Anything other than your highest excitement of how to get there, to make sure to control that when you're not driving. That's the idea of letting go completely. Your intentional ideas is automatic in you, for it would not be available to you. And your only commitment to that idea of intention is awareness of it, period. Once the awareness takes place as a joy, as an excitement, that's all you truly need to do. But intentional vibration brings up the idea, pardon me, coupled with fear on again how, when, where, must I should, I need to. And in that construct, you will be gauging yourself on the completion of that idea in expectancy of time and the expectancy of how it's supposed to appear in the series of nows of progression. When literally it's here and then there. You're here and poof, you're there in the reality you just saw that you dreamed of. Do you have to play in time? No, lean against it. It bends. Oh yes. But if you're saying time is solid, that it must occur synchronistically in a certain motion, then you are validating the idea of time taking place before it actually occurs, when truly it's already now. You just need to allow yourself, higher self, to shift to that awareness and perceive it. Truly. So we are reiterating in the fashion of that idea the understanding of intention on how powerful you are, with no regards to you actually having to control it, help it, make sure you got it. Why? Take yourself along on the ride. Enjoy the scenery. Ah, there it is. Put yourself in the back of the limo. You'll get to the show. It is only you that needs to control how to. And that takes you down many, let's say, roads that are not that scenic, that do not need to be perceived. That the voyage would take longer because you don't know the shortcut. Well, you, the Godhood, you, all that is, the Ascended, if you will, know how to get there instantly. So if you're looking in time, then you will be the idea, victim of time, for that to happen, only leading to frustration, disappointment, judgment upon yourself on the ability to create. When if you dwell in the moment of the intentional vibration that your higher self brought into your awareness as a perceivable reality to experience, look at it, cool, let it go. I want that, awesome, very exciting when I get there. Right now I'm going to get a snack. Collapse it and go. Go about your nows. No intention, because the intention is done in the moment. The moment is forever, so we all got it. So did you. Don't think that your conscious self is, let's say, smarter, in that most, let's say, limiting term, than your higher self. You're learning, remembering what you are, God. But there is a practicum in place of disclosure to yourself, to the ability of yourself to perceive that disclosure. And the more you are perpetuating the idea based off of the past of said disclosure of your ability, then you will only limit it to that within the framework of that. Hence, surrender. Allow. Let go. Naked. Vulnerable. Ride in the back of the limo. Put on your iTunes and let it go. The actionable part of intention will be that of most certainly highest excitement, slipstream, easement, no pain, no idea of looking at it as a job, as I need to. You just need to sit there and go about your nows of excitement, fun, intrigue, interest. Something that urges you to experience. And it will only be perceived in the vibrational sense, because right at that moment, you shift your reality out of the one of humdrum into excitement. You're on a new earth. You have to be. Because every time you shift your level of excitementness, raise your vibration. Your new earth, new room, new you, new now. Period. But if it perceives in your idea of your reality, then you are predicting that it's the same. Hence, therefore, it's the same. But you're always looking for the five senses as change. But when truly the feeling, your vibration, is the truth behind the change. And since last channeling, we've gotten many remarks around the nation that is brought to, let's say, to this entity, that fashion, Roxy, through her emails or YouTube channel, that the noticeable change of the vibrational earth is among you. And a lot of you, idea, are noticing your nature changes. The smells, the vibration, the wind, the reactions of the animals, the actions of your nature. Totally different. Friendlier. Pay attention to the vibration, what you are, and not to the senses, which are limited. And see how much you are shifting all the time. And every time something comes in that pisses you off or that upsets you, do you need to, let's say, pay attention to it? If you do, then you're perpetuated. I need to. You will always need to. It must be. Then it will always must be. I have to. Then you will always have to. That's how beautiful the universe is. Your reality, 100% neutral until you assign it meaning. Angel, you took a test the other day. Today, as a matter of fact, is that true?
Yes.
Did you score an A?
On the one I didn't care about, I did.
How about the one you cared about?
I'm not sure.
Well, what do you see it as?
An A?
Okay then. Now, if there is doubt within it being an A, that is your doubt of yourself as the creator within the bounds of your limitation, because it was brought on by the idea of, did I study? And did I regurgitate enough?
Right.
Or shift to the reality that it's an A. Because it can be perceived no other way. Because your professor grading it isn't there. Ta-da! He's only there in the way that you validate that to be there. Professor, grade, I don't know. Then it's, let's say, up to the vibrational idea of your own balancing on how you did and how you didn't. And poof, your reality. I got an A. Beautiful. I see it. I see the A. Awesome. Collapse it. Go about your nows. Give it intention of worry. Change your reality. Here comes all your friends. Consciousness. Puts it in the thing and poof. Here's your reality of doubt. Ta-da. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. See the A, be the A, know the A, let it go. You know why? Oh yes. You wrote the test. It's your reality. You wrote the test. Co-created, if you want to put it in that fashion, because it's a little uneasy for you to say there's nobody here in the universe except me. Private. 3D holiday. Co-created. That co-creation is love. You love it with your vibration of love, all that is, not loving, kissing, romance, no. The idea of unconditional love and allowance, whatever you choose in the reality that you are putting your intention to, this now would be called human focus, as you, to perceive whatever you choose, so that entity says yes. If that's what you are believable enough to create, then see him writing an A. And that's how you get it. But if it is, let's say, too much for you, then give yourself a B. But if you are judging on how you did on the test, then that is your vibrational appearancy of that much, let's say, believability of yourself as God. Because I can tell you this, all gods give themselves A's when they know they're God. We don't need polarity. We understand it. We don't choose it. Let's take a test. Okay, what do you got? A, me too. Awesome. Let's go. Done. Does this make sense?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
You're welcome. It's not about the test. It's not about that. It's not about all of this idea of success failure. Once you stop validating polarity, polarity no longer serves you in your life. Then it no longer is valid in your life. So whatever you choose about yourself as the inherent ability to know that you are God, then perpetuating the believability in your actions of now, act as if, then you will see or not what you are to yourself or not. And as your actions become more, let's say, repetition as God, acting as if, knowing that, to the believability point that you're allowing yourself, little by little, grander, 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 in a series of nows with no expectation, then you will get higher results in that fashionable idea of lower and higher, because that's what you're working with in the framework. So in that idea, then you will become more and more encompassing of the full conscience you are, and then, let's say, things that were valuable are no longer valuable because they no longer serve you. And then if it comes into your reality, you go like this. Oh yeah, I'm God, I got this. And poof, whatever you want, intention, done, let it go. And then that will be perceived in your reality because you're God, it's private, it's your universe, so be it. Make sense?
Yes.
All of you?
Yes.
Any questions? Wonderful. Time, Rita?
21 minutes.
Perfect. Ooh, lots of guys here today. Hey, everyone, just having a good old time, aren't we? All right. We'll take a small break. I bet you a good moment. Oh, don't they? They're all like fighting. They're all like, let me talk, let me talk, let me talk, let me talk. They're not like fighting. They're like, Ocyphius says, one at a time, please. He's so cute. All right, guys, we'll take a break. I love you. Bye.